Now, I have to say I haven't had this much fun in a video game in a while. Most of it just comes from the sheer feeling you get when you're catapulting to the ground at what feels like light speed. And I think that is at the heart of what makes this game so good. It makes you feel. It makes you feel a sense of camaraderie. A camaraderie so strong that it feels like we've actually found the light at the end of the tunnel. Long gone are the days of the console wars. So much so that other consoles are begging the developers to have their Xbox brothers join in arms. It makes you feel immersed, like you're right smack in the middle of an actual war, working towards a common goal that is updated in almost real time. And that's what makes you feel a sense of urgency. Now, this is what I believe makes games so good, like Elden Ring, The Witcher, Skyrim, etc. It's not necessarily about the technical aspect, but the vision, atmosphere, the passion behind a project, and you can tell. Just take a look at Baldur's Gate 3, a massive success. Why? Because you could feel the love behind a project like that, and the AAA gaming industry is taking some heavy losses because they refuse to realize that this model is what actually make them money. Imagine caring about a game that you're making. It's almost as if putting soul into the game you're actually making makes consumers spend money. And that's another point. The monetization is not aggressive at all. With a low barrier for entry, you automatically put yourself in a position to look good. Remnant 2 did something similar. When you undercut these massive AAA developers and deliver an actually good product, that's a huge W. Now, even though player counts are sky high, that doesn't mean everything is going smoothly. In fact, these player numbers are causing a lot of issues. Since launch, there have been queue times for logging into the game, and many players are getting stuck in the drop scene for a mission. What's bothering me, however, is that I've seen so many people going absolutely crazy about this. I remember loading up TikTok and someone going absolutely hamtaro on the developers, saying, "Oh, all of you defending this game don't understand. This game wasn't ready to be released." Buddy, pause. It seems like you don't understand. Helldivers 1 sold, 2 million units over its lifetime? Yeah, Helldivers 2 has already sold 4 million plus copies so far, and this is within its first weeks of releasing, leading to high amounts of concurrent players. Now, I don't know if you've ever used a brain cell, but I wouldn't expect a company to be able to anticipate a move like this. I mean, you do understand that they have to make projections beforehand based on things like how the previous game sold. What do you think? They just pay and set up the infrastructure for 400,000 concurrent players and have it on standby? Sounds like a great strategy for losing money. We're not talking about a AAA developer here. We're talking about a small studio. Imagine paying for all those servers to be live and nobody plays. Yeah, let's just eat the cost for no reason. I am glad, however, there are some people fighting back against this. Many are defending Arrowhead Game Studios, but this might not be enough for the controversies that the studio is undergoing. Despite their efforts of working around the clock, increasing server capacity, and making consistent patches, many are saying this isn't enough. Now, this is why people can't have nice things. The developers, doing what they can, are making consistent changes. They are actually working based off of the feedback that people are giving them. I remember people mentioning, hey, we should probably have a timer for people who are logged in, because on Twitter, all over the place, people were saying, hey, you know what's a great way to stay in the game? Just don't log out. Then you never have to deal with queues. This is fucking toxic. However, they decided to listen and implemented a kick system. After around 15 minutes, now you get kicked out of the game. Maybe you could argue that should have been in the game in the first place. But if you're developing a game and you want as many people to play it as possible, and you don't anticipate hundreds of thousands of people at the same time for a game that wasn't super well known previously, Helldivers 1 that is, why would you restrict people from playing it? You want player count numbers to be high, concurrent player count numbers, especially in the beginning. So it would make total sense for them not to implement something like this. If you're not anticipating massive success, then of course you'll do anything to keep those concurrent numbers high, even if that means letting people be idle in-game. Because when your game releases, you don't want to see, oh well, there's only 20 people playing the game because a bunch of people are being logged out due to some slight inactivity. However, this wasn't the case, so yeah. And I want us to be really careful here, because something that nobody is talking about, but I think is very, very important to Helldivers 2 success, is that the AAA industry right now is failing. And if it wasn't for things like Yakuza, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, and Ubisoft's latest catastrophe with Skull and Bones, how the AAA, or now the quadruple A companies are acting, we wouldn't be so appreciative when we see something like a $40 game experience that provides a significant amount of gameplay and what feels rather innovative in this current day and age. An actual live service game where they continually plan to actually have game masters updating and working in real time to respond to how players are interacting with their game. Again, we have to be careful. And now others have to go and ruin it for everyone else. And I don't know if you're aware of the latest debacle, or one of them at least. There are already people getting rid of that sense of camaraderie that we talked about earlier. People are going and PKing others at the end of matches. I mean, damn, how cringe can you possibly be? It just goes to show that we may never escape this reality. This reality that there are just a lot of shitty people out there. And all I'm hoping is that Arrowhead is able to come out on top, and this game continues to get the success it deserves, and this breeds better games in the future. Anyway, make sure to leave a like and comment telling me your thoughts about the game. Oh, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.